Hello, thank you for watching. This is on Pauline, tithing, conflict. And tithing is mentioned before the law, during the law, and after the law. Tithing is mentioned in both testaments. And as far as Paul's epistles, we believe that Paul wrote Romans through Philemon and some parts of Hebrews. And the way Paul's epistles work is it's the curriculum for the church age today. In other words, you can use anything anywhere in the Bible that does not violate Paul's epistles. And there's a verse in 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7 that people that think along these lines attempt to use this verse to disprove tithing for today. In other words, that you're not supposed to promote a tithe today or 10% today. And most of them have a lot of grace with this verse. Most of them say that tithing is just the beginning. They say that they give above the tithe, so it's not even an issue, which is very respectable. That's very respectable. A lot of these people are very have a good attitude about giving, but technically there's some different views about this verse, and we will talk about that today. The verse says, "Every man according as he purposed in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth the cheerful giver." And they state that since that verse mentions or of necessity, that it's not a requirement to give 10%. It's just not a requirement. And we disagree with that. We do believe in tithing for the church age today. I'd like to show you why. Over in Philemon, the book Philemon, Paul has led Onesimus to the Lord. Onesimus was a servant of Philemon, and Paul led Philemon to the Lord. And Paul is telling Philemon, I want you to take care of Onesimus. If he owes you anything, put it on my account. And I want you to take care of him. Paul said in verse 17, "If thou count me therefore a partner, receive him as myself. If he hath wronged thee, or if he ought, put that on mine account." And then Paul says in verse 19, "I, Paul, have written it with mine own hand, I will repay it. Howbeit I do not say to thee how thou owest unto me, even thine own self besides." Paul tells Philemon that you owe me. You owe me. That's what Paul's saying. You owe me. Now, as far as the heart and the attitude about giving here, verse 14, "But without thy mind would I do nothing, that thy benefit should not be as it were of necessity, but willingly." Now this verse is very similar to the verse there in 2 Corinthians chapter 9. It says, "Not be as it were of necessity, but willingly." Paul wants him to take care of Onesimus, not out of necessity, but willingly. In other words, with a good heart. That's what this is all about. The verse there in 2 Corinthians chapter 9 was not put there to disprove tithing. It wasn't put there to say the tithing is not for today. We believe the tithing is for today. And we believe that you should tithe to your local church and that kind of thing. Take care of missions and whatever the Lord leads you to do. We believe it is for today. But it's a heart. This is about the heart. You're supposed to purpose in your heart that you want to give. And we're not supposed to do it grudgingly or out of necessity. And then God loves a cheerful giver. It's kind of like a husband-wife relationship. The husband loves the wife and he gives not out of necessity. He enjoys giving. And vice versa with the wife. She gives to the husband and she gives not grudgingly, not out of necessity. She knows her husband loves her. And same thing with our attitude as far as giving, giving to the local church. God loveth the cheerful giver. It's all about heart action. This verse there in 2 Corinthians 9 was not meant to disprove tithing. So the bottom line is we still believe in tithing. We still believe that tithing is for church age today. And we don't believe that Paul's epistles violate tithing at all. As a matter of fact, it just tells you more about the heart, about your attitude towards giving. Well, hope this small little video has been a blessing to you. Thank you very much for watching.